Hey, I'm back. Miss me? It was only last night I was on, but it's been a long time since I've done a thrift haul. So today is the day. What's happening, everybody? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, depending on where you live. How are you? Joining me today is the one, the only, Summer Jensen. Hello, Summer.
I guess not the only, just the one.
I said the one, the only.
Didn't somebody just ask if I was the Summer Jensen from somewhere else?
No, yeah, you're not that. No, they just said Summer, so they didn't even qualify that it was Summer Jensen.
No, just me. Hi.
Stacy's sitting here because Stacy's actually going to be showing something in a minute, but she has a question for you. Are you in a plaid wool shirt?
It's not wool, no, okay. But I am in a flannel shirt.
Flannel. That's what I meant. Yeah, it's like 97 degrees out. Why are you in a flannel shirt?
My sleeves rolled up, and I'm wearing a little romper, and so, you know, I didn't want look, if I do this, I look naked.
It looks like we're doing the X-rated version of the.
Too bad I don't have David Rose, a stripper, on here. I pulled up real quick. Let me check. I don't think I do. David.
You have what? Rose. You got what? Stripper music?
Yeah, David Rose, the guy who did the.
How do you have stripper music right now, Jason? That's
I got it.
Okay, that's it. See? So therefore, I cannot wear this romper without having something over the top.
So for those of you who don't know Summer, Summer lives here in Vegas, unfortunately on the other coast of Vegas from where we live. She lives way far in the north.
I live in Utah. He lives in California.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's how that works out.
Pretty much. And Summer is just started doing this full time. Been selling for a while, but started doing this full time.
Right.
And has a lot of knowledge on a lot of things. Some I don't have as much as she does. And we both had a bunch of stuff that we wanted to share. So today's the day.
Yeah, it's gonna be great.
So I might as well start with hats because I don't normally sit around in my Daisy Duck hat all day long. I picked this up at a flea market. See the big eyelashes?
Nice.
And this is vintage, made in the USA. Now it does say child. Hey, this actually fits my head. This child's head would have to be freaking huge.
Yeah.
But I got it at a flea market, and the guy's like, I think I paid $5 or $6 for it. And the guy's like, you should check that on Google. It's worth a lot more. I think he meant eBay, but I'm like, okay, I'll Google it. I will, sure.
Yeah.
Now, if you look at this hat, I've sold this hat many times. If you go to the solds right now, $3 to $30. The sellers that are in the $3, $4, $5 range, they're not good sellers.
Right.
They aim too low. They don't do things right. If you see 130 and no others, you're like, maybe that was the fluke. But there's a couple 30s, a ton of 25s, and then a whole handful of under 10s. Like, dummies, don't sell for so low. Why aim for the bottom? Aim for the top.
Well, not only that, it brings all the other sellers
down.
It hurts us a little bit. You know, if they could just price it even a wee bit higher than $3, that would really help you a lot. You know, as a seller in general, just a tip. You know, always price in the same range as wherever the items are that you find, right? You would think that they would look that up before they put it on.
But you know,
yep,
you can lead a horse to water. All right. So also in the countries of the east side of Cleveland, I'm in this group called Slanging Lids and Selling Hats with Lonnie Oscar and Jake Willard, and a couple of our guys from the thrifting board. And they always find these cool hats that you would normally like, I ain't going to pick those up.
Right.
But that's the kind of weird stuff that sells. But I never see them in the cities of Las Vegas and stuff. But when I'm in the country, this is the kind of weird stuff they like to pick up. Little Brown Church, Nashua, Iowa. Nashua.
I actually saw a hat similar to that just the other day, and I thought that's not even worth nothing.
But these are the kind of things that sell. Like I watch this group, like these weird things
really?
sell.
What's that one going to sell for? What are you going to
put up for like $25, $30.
Really? How much do you pay for it?
$1.
Okay.
And this one I like even better. Lizka Meats, Greenville, Pennsylvania.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is the kind of stuff that I never see here, but this kind of stuff I watch these guys pick up and sell. And, you know, everyone's only paying like $1 or so. Like $30. I'm like, all right, I finally found two. Yay.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
But instead of wearing the meat one, I'm wearing Daisy.
No, put the meat one on.
All right. I'll put the meat one on. They might have, 30-year-old cooties.
Yeah. Well,
crap.
Oh,
But-
good thing you were going to test that out.
But not to fear, if you've not seen this video yet, go to the thrifting board. I'll pin it to the top after we're done. Lonnie Oscar did a how-to video, how to replace these. Now, color me stupid or ignorant. I always threw hats away when these broke.
Really?
And you can,
I would have thrown it away
a
too.
little surgery you can do, get rid of this, put a fresh one in, and you're good. It's like putting a button back on.
Huh. Where do you pick those plastic things up at?
So what the guys usually do is they'll go buy hats even cheaper. They'll go find the hats in the free box or the nickel box,
Okay.
and then just save them so they have, like a red back, a green back, a maroon back.
That's so smart.
And then
Yeah.
they do mention, by the way, we've replaced the back, but this hat right now ain't worth much with that,
No,
but it will be once I fix it.
that's cool. Very cool.
And then one other little quick, I only have one of, so I'll share it now. The brand is Hartford Quality Beverly Hills, which I looked up. No one really cares about
Right.
quality, but and they made a bunch of this is a necktie. They made a bunch of different neckties in the 70s, but this is a Hawaiian tappet one.
That is cool. Very
And
cool.
It might sell online, but I vend at a lot of tiki events, and so for $2, I thought this was a good pickup. But this is a case where if you would search by the brand, you would have skipped this.
Can I see the brand?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Now, it's
So
big.
that's not a big seller per se. It's just something you wouldn't find a lot of them. Is that what you're saying?
Yep. And they don't just do Hawaiian, like this is their only one. The rest
Right.
are typical 70s ugly browns and greens and yellows, and no one's really caring for them. And this is in immaculate condition.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's really bright colors too, which is will go really well.
All right, while we were in Nowheresville, Ohio, and I was buying a skateboard, Stacy was buying these. So I'm going to hand the ball off for a quick second and let her show you her finds. It actually comes sit here, but it's easier. It'll just be easier, and then we'll toss it over to Summer, see what she's got to share.
Okay.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Stacy.
Hey, Stace.
Hi.
Hey,
So-
pretty lady.
I'm great. How are you? So, as most of you may know or not, I really don't know much about anything when it comes to thrifting, but I'm a very good student and I take really good notes. So right before we went to Cleveland, we were in Seattle, and our buddy Stephanie was talking about some stuff, and I'm not even going to call these the right things. They're either needlepoint or craft kits.
So
I don't even know what they are.
You're right.
Push the button.
So, anyways, so I
Cross
just
stitch.
cross stitch. Okay.
Half cross stitch.
Half cross stitch.
Counted cross stitch.
Oh, geez.
Count it.
Shush. I'm talking now. I don't interrupt you.
Just call them
So-
sewing kits.
So she mentioned all these names, and I just jotted them down because when I do get dragged along to the thrift stores, I figure, well, I might as well earn my keep and I might as well entertain myself. So I might as well have a list of things to look for. So she gave us a list of a whole bunch of different things. And one of them that stood out specifically was New Dimensions Gold. So as I'm flipping through these, I found 1, 2,
Okay, show them so that you're actually show
3.
them. Yeah, watch the glare.
That's a good
At
one.
an angle. Like that. There you go.
There you go. Ooh.
4, 5. So that was those gold. Oh no, here's another one. 6.
Two of the same, actually.
And then there's other ones. This Bucilla. So I
Okay.
saw that name.
Yeah.
So I grabbed that. And then Sunset Stitchery. So there's 3 of those. So I'll show. There's one.
I love those. So I have a friend that she does a lot of sewing kits. She finds them everywhere and picks them up. And those are some good flips right there.
And then this was some Bucilla, some small, I don't even know what it is, but it had the name on it. So I grabbed it. So all of these, if I recall, were like $2 each.
Yep.
And according to our resident expert, Stephanie, she said that probably at least $400 altogether, maybe more. So
Wow.
so that's why I say, like, for those of you who are experimenting with new things that you might not know about. Just I have a whole bunch of notes on my smartphone in different categories of different things. So I just wander around the store or a flea market or a garage sale and look for them.
Nice. Yeah. So are you gonna save that money, or is that your money, or you let him list it and he keeps it? I'm just curious.
He does. I can find it. And
is that on your eBay account or on his?
So there you go.
Good job, Stace.
All right, hang on. I'll get you on Summer, and we'll see what you got there.
That's awesome.
All right.
Well, I thought I'd start off with some kids' clothes, because that's generally I do sell a lot of kids' clothes, mostly vintage clothes, and so I thought I would kind of clue you into something that I am now venturing into is kids' overalls. Normally, I sell a lot of baby dresses, but it is getting pants season. And the vintage look is totally coming back in kids' clothing. So you see it in a lot like Gymboree has a lot of like cute little overalls and corduroys coming out right now for the season. So I'm sorry, I'm going to disappear for just a second.
It's going to be like a magic trick. She'll come up, be wearing a whole different outfit.
No. Okay. So a couple of things that I have found. And usually Oshkosh does really well as far as overalls go anyway. So if you ever find Oshkosh overalls, vintage ones, they do sell pretty well. In fact, if you look up vintage solds on baby overalls, highest solds are usually Oshkosh, and they are anywhere between $80 to $150 for a pair of overalls. Just
for kids?
For kids' baby overalls.
What?
Yes, and I seriously, when I saw that, I was like, "Holy cow! I've been missing the boat this whole time of baby overalls." So, are you pulling them up right now?
Oh no, you want me to?
As we speak, no, it's fine. But I did find this pair of baby Oshkosh overalls, super cute. They've got so. Some people are like, this is a hideous attire, but this bubble butt thing is really, really popular. Can you see how it bubbles out on the sides? And they have them, they show them in little baby rompers and stuff like that with little frills on the back, the bubble butts, but bubble butts in baby bagosh. Super cute. It does have some embroidery on the pockets. So this is why I picked these up, because of the bubble butt and the embroidery. Otherwise, I probably would have passed on these, just because they're not corduroy. They're just kind of like a canvas kind of denim, or denim type material. But really cute with the snaps. I always mention the snaps in my listings as well. So for the easy diaper changing on those really cute things. I pulled this pair because this, oh my gosh, if I had a little 2-year-old to put these freaking corduroys in, can you see how awesome these are?
You have baby fever?
Oh, no. I just want to dress up a baby.
Oh, so if anyone has a 2-year-old laying around in Vegas, Summer would love to babysit them for a while.
Yeah, well, I did just find out like last week that I'm going to be a grandma.
What?
I know.
What?
So I'm going to have a baby to dress up.
There you go.
I know. My oldest is 23, and he just told me that I'm going to be a grandma. In fact, how he told me.
Oh.
Anyways, I'm like, did you give the other grandma one of these? And they said yes. So I'm like, so I can't be the world's best then, huh? Anyways, so these are corduroy. This is a brand, a Tiny Tots brand, a Tiny Tots original. It's just, you can see from the label how vintage looking this label is.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you can tell. But every kid in the 70s was wearing a pair of these with these slider pockets, and look how cute these things are. Oh my gosh. Somebody even sewed a little, they're so dang cute. Anyways, very cool. You'll see them in like baby Gap ads right now, this style of overalls coming back. So very cool. I did also pick up one more corduroy. It's a little boy's jumper suit. It's a race car, and it has this cute little teddy bear racer on it with the things, and it's got a couple patches. Here's one of the patches here. And one on the leg, #1 racer. And these cute little stripes down here. It also has the little snaps in the for diaper changing. So that's something I did know. And I just, I listed these just barely. They just got listed, but I did find them last week. And I only paid $1 each for them. And I'm selling them for around 20 each. I think the jumpsuit I might have put 25, 30 on. So, and I did pick up a lot more than just these 3 pairs, but I'm totally turned on to these cords right now and going with the overall since it is into fall and people want them in their pumpkin pictures, you know?
Yeah, see, these are things that people who don't have kids never think about.
Go to the kids section. The kids section always works out for me.
What do you think? That thought would never even cross my mind.
Mm-hmm. I know. So I do have another kids coat that I listed recently. And coats, I am going to talk about coats a little bit. I have a couple of coats that I've just recently listed because it's the perfect time. They're putting them out now in the stores, even in Vegas when it's 97 and I'm wearing a flannel.
Yes.
They're putting out coats now. So get ready for that and start listing your coats right away because it's really important to have them out before fall hits because they're right when they get cold. Guess what? They're going to be buying those coats up. But look at this that I found. For $3. Oh, wow. Oh, it's a Disney bomber jacket, reversible. It's got all the Mickey patches on it. Super cute. I think it's a 3T, honestly. But it is, like I said, reversible. So I did mention that in my listing. It's very cool. Look how cute. Oh my gosh.
That's cool.
Some little kid's going to be so happy walking around at Disneyland in this coat.
You don't want to save that for your grandchild?
No, I'm not. I'll pull anything that I want him to wear. You know, no big deal. So anyways, so there's a baby coat that I have recently picked up, and I think I paid a couple dollars for it, and then I listed for $150. So there was another one listed, I think a little bit higher than mine, but
wow.
And then for vintage baby dresses, this is what I normally pick up a lot that they look like this. Can you even see it with my light? My light's not there. So this one is, blues were really popular for little girls back before pinks became popular. So, and little girls now, it's hard to find little blue dresses. So this cute little dress, it doesn't even have a maker tag on it. And it came with the cute little diaper cover underbunders, I call them, but they're plastic lined. Mm-hmm. So, and the plastic's in really great condition and the little stretchies. So when you are finding kids' clothes, make sure that the elastic stretches and around the sleeves. This one doesn't have elastic in the sleeves, but I always do an elastic check before I pick it up and before I'll buy it, just because some things are fine to buy with the elastic stretched out. Just depends on what they are. But I would just really do your research if you're going to spend $10 on a baby dress and the elastic's out, right? Like it's not going to be worth it. But do your double checks. Make sure buttons are there. Not like you could sew on a button or not, but saves you work. But I did list this for $25 for this one little thing, and I picked it up for $1. So.
And easy to ship because they don't weigh nothing.
Oh, yeah. Baby clothes are the easiest. I do always put mine in a double bag. I put it in a little clear plastic bag and then put it in the thing, but in a poly mailer, and it's off. Easy ships on all of those.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna hop back in here. Let's do some media because I want to quiz the audience and Summer.
Are you gonna tell them what I said about media?
Oh, you want to listen to Hank Williams Jr.?
Yes. He was in concert here yesterday.
You what?
Yeah, in Pahrump, I think. In Pahrump.
Oh, somewhere. That's not here.
It's the only place they'll allow him to play, I think.
All right, so I've been buying tons of CDs here, there, and everywhere, and if I showed you everything I bought, it would take 2 hours and be boring as hell. So I did bring it down to some of the better stuff. All right, so those of you who were alive and into hair metal in the 80s, I'm going to guess you don't even know this band because I didn't. Tough. But they definitely look like a third-rate Poison, and even their whole setup looks like they're kind of emulating Poison. But I paid $4, and this is going to be like a $35, $40 CD. So when you're looking at hair metal from the 80s, the popular stuff, Motley Crue, Def Leppard, Poison, they sold millions. So they're not going to be worth a ton. But it's this B and C level. Like if you were into it and you've never heard of it, that's probably a good thing to pick up.
Okay.
I do quite well on soundtracks. Now, I will be doing in October, I will be doing a webinar all about CDs. I'll be going into depth on a lot of this stuff. But I paid $15 for Joe versus the Volcano, starring Tom Hanks. Starring Tom Hanks and a young Meg Ryan. And this will be like a $50 CD.
Really?
Best of Sweet. What was their big song? Ballroom Blitz. 2 CD set. I got this at a flea market for $1. And one thing I want to point out is when you do 2 CD set, I mean, you should always look at the condition of the CD, but make sure when you're using a multi-CD set, you look at both, because I have a $250 CD. It's a double CD. I looked at the first CD and it was fine. I'm like, yay. And I forgot to look at the second CD. It was cracked in half. So it went from being worth $250 to being worth absolutely nothing. Nothing.
Right.
So make sure you're always checking. In the tiki world, Debbie doesn't like that movie. Worst movie ever, she said.
Which one?
Joe versus the Volcano. So in the tiki world, in the people who live in like it's the 60s, Ultra Lounge is a label that put out all this cool vintage lounge type music, and they had it put together in groups. So this is all space stuff, and there's tiki stuff and organ stuff. Most of them sell for $4 to $8, but when they're sealed, this used is like $7. This sealed is like $50. Now, usually sealed CDs bump you up about 20%, but for whatever weird reason on this line, some of these go up crazy amounts just for this cellophane. Mr. Spock, Leonard Nimoy. I've sold this CD 20 times, and I paid $15 for this, and I'll get about 50 for it. But since I've sold it many other times, I'll just go into my Ink Frog, pick it up, hit relist, and away we go. Always look for weird Italian stuff. So how about this lady kissing this snake? So this is Italian 60s Mondo movie sexy themes. I paid $15 for it. And this version I cannot find anywhere. So I'm thinking at least 50, maybe more once I do a little bit more research. And look for regional rap. Now, not all regional rap will be good, but things that you have never heard of. So I'm assuming, Summer, you are not familiar with Late for Dinner.
Well, I have been late for dinner, but not familiar with it.
Brother Lynch Hung. The Live Poets.
Now, see, if you would have played some Live Poets, I totally would have said that's Live Poets.
And K Cool and Rhetmatic. Now, none of you know any of these groups, and I paid $1.99 minus 20%. But all 4 of these are worth in the $30 to $40 range each.
Wow.
So regional rap, the right stuff. And one of the members of Thrifty Board sent me a link today. He bought a regional rap CD for $1. He sold for $150.
Wow.
Again,
Jace, what's the turnaround on those CDs for you? Like, what's your average turnaround?
It's slow only because I list them at the premium, and I just wait for that customer who is in a hurry, but it's like, I don't care, whatever it costs. Okay. I'll run sales and stuff. Some goes right away, but some go, so it might be 8 to 12 months. But I'm also, I don't focus on $3 CDs. I focus on 50 and up for the most part.
Right.
So even something like this, I picked it up for $1. Opened, it would be a $3 CD, but this has been sitting on someone's shelf since 1987 sealed. And so this will get me like $25. This version of Lord of the Rings, this is the cartoon movie from like the 80s or 90s. This is a $50 CD. And around the same time Herb Alpert was huge, was the Baja Marimba Band. And their stuff on record ain't worth that much, but their stuff on CD is, because it was only released on CD for a small time and then it was gone. So, and this one's got some water damage to the back, but I paid $1, and this one's hard to find. I'll probably get, in this condition, I'll probably get like $40 for it.
Wow. Okay. Is that do you do free shipping on your CDs, or do you do average? Okay.
All right. So here's my quiz. So this is for the chat, and this is for Summer.
Okay. Can I phone a friend?
This is the whole cover. Let me pull it out of the case so you can see it better. That's the whole cover. This could be one of 3 different albums. There's 3 albums that have just a blank black cover.
Can you give me like genre?
Well, yes, I'll give you genre in a second. Let me see if the chat knows what album this is. This could be one of 3 different albums. Bill got it. Bill Weeder got it right away. So the 3 genres are comedy, hard rock, and R&B funk.
Is it Metallica?
Metallica is one of them. Yes, that is the Black album. They'll have a black cover. However, theirs has a little bit of a snake embossed down here, but for the most part, it's all black. Yeah. This is actually Prince's Black album. And this is Spinal Tap is also an all black cover too.
Really?
This has the original case, which unfortunately I'm going to have to change out because they put the barcode on the original case, not on the actual. It wasn't imprinted, but as you can see, this case is trashed. Right. But this was at a flea market booth where they were selling records. I'm going to show some records in a second, and they knew what they were doing with the records. Their prices were retail, and then they dropped a load of CDs in front of me, and this was one of them. And this goes for like 30 to $40 right now. I go, how much are your CDs? And she's like, $1.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. I think she had no clue what this was. I think she had no clue.
Did you pick any other ones up from that lot?
No, that was it for that one. So, oh, and before I get to the records, you know, I love my cassettes. And here's what I found while at a flea market on the streets of New York City. Blues cassettes. Now, it's one of those genres you don't find a lot of. So this is Johnny Guitar Watson. These were $3 each, and they're going to sell around $40 each.
Wow.
This is Sonny Boy Williamson. Can't find this cassette anywhere. And this is the London Howlin' Wolf Sessions with Eric Clapton, Steve Winwood, Bill Wyman, and Charlie Watts. So Rolling Stones, along with Clapton and Steve Winwood. So awesome. You know. Oh, and then just to go the other way, Jodeci. So on eBay, this gets about $4 to $8, but on Amazon, this will get me about $20, $25.
Really?
Yep. And then last but not least, for media, let's talk a little bit of records here. Keep your eyes peeled for shaped covers because, you know, this is your normal shape. It's square. This ain't so normal. This is a record. Right. This is a record by Striper, and here's the cool part of it. I get it out.
Oh, it's pretty.
On blue vinyl. So I picked this up at a record store here in Vegas for $6, and I'm going to get like $25 for it. This is just to annoy my mother. My mom and I have a contest to see who can basically die with the most South Pacific records. Neither one of us had this. I just found this one. So I'm up to like 70, I think, or close to it. Also on the streets of New York City, Annette Funicello. These were, I cut a little bit of a deal. I think this would end up being like $7 or $8 each. And I'll get about $30 each for these. Now, this one Stacy found at a record store. None listed on eBay. One on Amazon for $150.
What?
Yeah. And this is the kind of Polynesian tropical music you might hear in a tiki bar. So we were picking it up just for our personal collection. But I'm like,
now you gotta sell it.
Yeah, if it's going for $150, it's going.
Bye-bye.
My mom said I should really give that to my mom. I should really give that to my mom. So mom will like this too because this record sells pretty well. So if you do find Blue Hawaii Elvis, pick it up. There's been a couple different versions, but this will get me probably anywhere from $20 to $30, and I picked it up for $4. And the last two. Anybody? Now I'm going to guess this is a no, but I'll ask anyway. Summer, do you know who Cebu Mato is?
No. Waylon Jennings.
Anyone know who Cebu Mato? So this was an alternative band from the 90s. Impossible to find this record. And so I picked it up from the same guy I got Annette Funicello from. Paid $8. Probably get like $60 for it. Also, when you're selling records, make sure if there's something cool on the inside, like a little poster or something, that you make note of that and take a picture of it. And then another record I could not find anywhere. Summer, do you know Zebra Head?
No, but it looked like me earlier.
So Zebra Head, pop punk band that's been around since the early 90s. This on vinyl is impossible to find. And they only made one version, which is uber cool. So not only is it blue vinyl, it's blue with white splatter.
Ooh. I've never even seen one of those before. Blue vinyl or splattered.
So I paid $18 at the record store. I'm going to sell it for like $60 to $70.
That is very cool.
All right, back to you, Summer.
Back to me. What else do I have in this lot of stuff? Why don't we talk a little bit about, I do have a couple of coats that I'm going to be listing. One, I always pick up vintage sailor coats. Now, I know I'm in the way, but this is a full-on navy coat, full wool coat. You can see that the tag. Look at this tag. It's so cool. Can you see it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and it is actually a larger size, which is awesome. In these coats, I actually did, I think I got it on half price day, but it was like, I don't know, $12, $13 probably for this jacket.
Can I see the buttons real quick?
Huh?
I see the buttons.
Yeah, they're the plastic buttons.
Okay, so I see your navy coat, and I raise you one with better buttons. I wasn't even going to show us today. My assistant was just working on it.
Let me see.
I am.
Oh, nice.
Can I get?
Very nice.
There we go.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Look at that.
Let me see your tag.
The tag is buried in a pocket.
Ah,
yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. So.
Dang. What are you going to list yours for?
I don't know yet because we just started to work on these, but it's so funny you brought that up. I wasn't even going to show this today.
Really?
I haven't have it sitting here. I'm like, all right, cool.
Yeah, very cool. But I always pick these up. I list them between, I don't know, 100 to 150 each one. I always pick up Old Navy, old military stuff goes really good, sells really well for me. So I'll probably list this one for about 100. We'll see, maybe more. I haven't really looked at that just yet. Some other things that my awesome assistant Sarah is working on right now is look at this vintage shawl. It's so pretty. Hipsters are going to love this so much. So it's a really pretty beige shawl. No, oh, there is a tag in there. Look at that old tag. But I think I'm going to list this for around $30 just for this, and that cool fringe is on there. So it's perfect time for you to start listing all this stuff for winter like I was talking about earlier.
So my good friend Jenny said yours is a peacoat. Mine's a dress jacket.
Got it.
So I'm gonna write that down for my assistant. Thank you, Jenny.
Dress jacket. I also have a little girl's coat right here. I think this is a London Fog, actually. Yep, it is a London Fog. Little girl's coat. It's pleated. Oh, wow. So stinking cute. And it has a hood, which is awesome, and it's lined, so this liner comes out. But some little Christmas girl around Christmas is going to look adorable in those Christmas pictures right there too. So I always think about when I'm picking stuff up, like what would the mom want their kid in, right, during this Christmas photo. So you got to make sure that you're picking up stuff that will look good in a photo, because everybody's kid is on Facebook and Instagram right now, right?
I never thought of that.
Yes, every kid listen, there's Instagram kids, just like Instagram moms, Instagram girlfriends, all that stuff. All those Instagram people have to have their kids looking sharp, you know? And then another thing that I just recently picked up is a Star Wars hoodie. And, you know, they sell these. Yeah, it is really cool. There was a couple of them there, but a couple of them had holes, but it is full on just Star Wars. So I'll probably list this for about $30 and go from there. But I think I picked it up for $5. So let's see, what else did I find? I have a lot of clothes today. Sorry, I thought I didn't.
Yeah, I got some I'm going to burn through here in a minute. And
this dress, I mean, because if ugly doesn't sell, but I love hipster stuff. Can you see that fabric? It's like terry cloth.
Oh yeah.
It is like, okay, it's long, but you can see like the arms right there, the cool belt, cinched belt. Look how long this sucker is. Oh my gosh, somebody's going to love the crap out of this dress. And yes, Instagram, please. So I have started Instagramming all of my clothes, only clothes. I'm on Instagram as the Velvet Pineapple. So I've only done anything that I list on eBay, I put right onto Instagram. So, and then I just tag them in there. So all of my clothing will be seen on Instagram, because how are they going to, you know, those hipsters really love that Instagram stuff, and so it can pull over. So I think I paid like $7 for this dress, which is kind of, for me, is a little bit more than what I would like to pay for it. But I think I'm going to list it for $50, maybe a little more. just because it's not something you're going to see. This really cool fabric, and it does have a really old tag as well, but it's all kind of putting off. But I do, I sell a lot of vintage clothing, so this is one that's going to do really well on Instagram, and it links right over to my eBay store.
Are you using Linktree?
No, I just do it just for mine. But I just have a link to my eBay store, not the actual item. So it at the top of my Instagram.
You should watch our webinar on the Secret Beach on Linktree. You should probably use that.
Oh, I'll watch it.
Yeah, Linktree,
you know me.
Badass.
I'm always working.
I know, but this will help you sell more.
Yes. So, I think that's all of the clothing. I do have a couple purses. You want me to keep going with my purses, or you want to?
Then I'll jump in with some clothing myself.
Okay. So this week, the past couple weeks, I've been doing really well on purses, finding a ton of purses. I found this one, this cool Southwestern crossbody bag. It's very cool, and it's got this really cool leather tassel that's going to do really well on eBay. But I did also link my purse to my Instagram for my hipster look. Very neat. I think I listed it for $40. I paid $2 for it. Couple bucks. And then as we all know how bad ugly sells, this sucker is like the ugliest purse I think I've ever seen. No joke.
Wait now.
You can't wait. It is brown beaded. It has got scalloped edges with the zipper is scalloped, so it kind of feels funky. And somebody homemade it, obviously, because those beads.
Oh, that was a lot of work.
It's totally a lot of work, and it weighs like 2 pounds, right? But you can see, and it's very hard to open, but somebody is really going to love this bag, probably to go with this cool dress.
There you go. Match made in heaven, actually.
Match made in heaven right there. And this chain thing, I think I listed it for $35 and I paid $2 for it. So whatever. Ugly is going to sell the crap out of that bag right there.
Listed for?
What?
How much is the dress going to be listed for?
I think I'm going to list it for $50.
So I would take that purse and that dress just on Instagram, put them together, and put $100 on it.
Yeah. All right. Maybe
yeah, try. It kind of goes.
Why not?
You want to be really ugly? Well, I got the outfit for you and the purse to match.
Oh, for reals. And then the other purse that I found, I mean, this isn't the last purse, but one of the other ones that I found. And I just found this yesterday when, I went to football, and during football, I sometimes will branch out and go just drop my kid and go. But this purse, it's like...
Oh, wow.
It is Lucky brand. It is also very heavy. It's patent leather, but it's braided like a chain. It's That's like crazy. Rocker meets hippie right here because it's got this cool peace sign. It's on both sides. And there is one listed for $125. So I think, I don't know. I'm debating on what price to list mine at right now. But very, very, very cool. And I found I only paid $1 for this bag.
That's a Peggy deal right there.
Yeah, it was awesome. So I always find my best bags at Deseret Industry. Always. They have best prices and best bags.
I got to go with you sometime. I never find good stuff there ever.
Really?
Yeah.
I dig. You know how they have that pile of, it's like a shelf and it's just all bags and suitcases? I dig through all of that stuff and I find really good bags there.
If I ever quit run around the country, let's make a thrifting date and go out.
Right. One time. Maybe.
All right, let me show some clothes here. I've talked about this before. T-shirts aren't as big as they used to be, but I still hunt for some good ones. And I think Bill Weeder's in the chat. He might want this. So although it is already listed, Fireball Whiskey. Now, not all Fireball Whiskey shirts are good to flip, but because of the look of this one, the heathered look.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was very cool.
You can't see it from back there, but when you put it up close, you can totally see that. Okay.
Super soft. It was $2. I love it. Always keep your eyes peeled for, rock groups. I like this one for Pop Evil because it's long sleeve.
Oh.
You don't see long sleeve rock shirts too often. And it's got front and back graphics.
You get sweaty at those concerts,
Yep. But like you said, it's fall. This is cool. No one's got this for sale. Dita Von Teese went on tour. I'm guessing a burlesque tour. So this is the tour shirt.
Ooh, that's really neat. Is that men's or women's?
I think it's a men's cut. And it's this year's tour, and it's on her label, the Dita Von Teese label. So,
that's great.
So I thought that was pretty sweet.
How much will that one go for, Jace?
I think we got it up. Well, we couldn't. No one's selling any, so we put it up for $50.
Okay.
And then this is a Solomon jacket. They make skis. But what's cool is I thought it was just a badass ski jacket. Got this great lining and stuff. And then my assistant goes, hey, by the way, that removes, and you have basically 3 jackets in one. So it's not just a lining. The lining is an actual jacket, so it's a little bit lighter weight. So together, super duper heavy. Separate, you got your medium, and then you got your lightweight. So pretty badass. This was $8. So we got this up for over $100.
Yeah.
And because you're talking about putting the jackets up, this is Helly Hansen, another one of them ski jacket, snowboard jacket deals. This one's brand new. Look at that. Obviously, they never skied in it. The paper is still on the pulls for the zipper. Now, I didn't put brand new, but I did put, like new or pre-owned. But I put the paper still on the zippers. Ain't no one use this. So, so you rest assured it's as brand new and fresh for you. Now, this one, I said I needed help on 3 things today. So here's the first item I needed help on. I bought a bunch of tiki mugs from a guy, and then he goes, I got some cool clothes. I don't need any more. You want to buy them? Sure. So I paid a bunch of money for a bunch of stuff. There's no brand, but he said he got this in Europe. It's a hoodie. So at first glance, you're like, yeah, no biggie. But here's what's unique about it. It's like you're an elf or a dwarf.
An elfin.
Yeah, look. See the sleeves?
Is it canvas?
No.
What's it feel like?
Cotton. Heavy duty cotton.
Okay.
But there's no brand. And it's like, yeah, so I guess I was going to call it elf, but you were like, elf.
Elfin. I would say elfin.
Okay. So there it is.
Cool.
So I thought that was pretty neat. All right, back to quizzing you.
Wiccan on it too.
Back to quizzing you on music. Who's this?
Who is that? I don't know.
So we'll see if anybody in the chat knows who Down is.
Hey, Jason, my assistant said to put D&D on that jacket.
Okay, yeah. Oh, we also got a monk jacket. Yeah, Dinah said look in the pocket. We did. We always know to look in pockets for labels and such. Yeah, we couldn't find anything. There was a little tiny label like it says large. That's it.
Okay.
Very good. Jersey Jane knows. So the lead singer of Pantera, Phil Anselmo, this is one of his other bands. So this is a Dickies work shirt that they would have sold at the concert. The store had this, didn't know what this was, so they priced it at $5. So this is going to sell for like $45, $50.
So they sell Dickies at concerts?
Yeah. So typically when you buy the work, so from like the hard rock bands, some of the punk bands, when you buy their work shirts, they'll have just used Dickies work shirts or Red Cap.
Okay.
Another rock shirt I picked up for a couple bucks. Brian Setzer when he's doing his rockabilly stuff, not when he's doing the full orchestra. And I couldn't find this particular one anywhere, so I'm gonna put it up for $25. Do you know what Hinano Tahiti is?
No, Hawaiian.
No, it'd be Tahitian. Actually,
Tahitian. Tell me.
It's beer.
Is it a band?
Tahitian beer.
Beer.
Yeah, so this is pretty cool because it's got the little graphic on the front and the back too. So Hinano stuff always sells pretty well. So I'll probably sell that shirt for like $25. And in my world, and I think you just show a couple things without labels. Mm-hmm. This vintage bar cloth has no label, but it's a kick-ass pullover with the lower pockets. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, there was lower pockets. Am I wrong? Oh, no lower pockets, just a pullover. So I won't even try and sell it on eBay. I'll take it to one of my tiki events. I'll put it in my booth and I'll put $50 on it.
50?
Yep. 50. Now, another one without a label but doesn't really need it is this bitchin' vintage Guam pullover.
And it's got long sleeves.
Yeah, how cool is that? Too bad it's really tiny.
Oh.
But that is some cool stuff right there. So anything South Pacific will always do well.
The collar on that's pretty cool too. It's kind of pointy.
Yep. Now, Summer, are you hunting for vintage late 80s, early 90s 50-50 shirts?
Show me what they look like. Maybe I will be.
So it's back when shirts were made 50 polyester, 50 cotton. That's the 50-50.
Okay.
So people are looking for these hardcore. And
so they're t-shirts?
Yeah. And what I'm about to show you is what they're just dorky shirts, usually.
Okay.
Evil Spud. So basically it's a potato pretend to be Evil Knievel jumping the river.
Okay. And how much is that shirt going to go for?
Probably at least $50.
Really?
Yeah.
So the 50-50, I don't sell a whole lot of t-shirts as far as that goes. So t-shirts, that's what I should be looking for. 50-50s.
Yep. Okay, I won't say the bad word today, but I am going to show you because no one in my class in Washington, D.C. was ballsy enough to buy this shirt. And I'm like, fine, I'll buy it. I'll sell it.
Okay.
The brand is Super Beasts. It's an Asian brand. And I'll let everyone read the front of it for themselves.
I would buy that shirt.
Oh, hell yeah. No one in a whole class was ballsy enough to buy this shirt.
If it was big enough, my husband would wear it.
All right, so last night I teased this on a Thrifty Business. I saw this and I didn't see the little Star Wars thing yet. I'm like, what the hell is this thing? And then I says,
it's a diaper pack?
Scoundrels. And so I did a little research, and this company named Hexon, let me show you the company, or Hex. Yep, Hex. So that's their logo, Hex. So they did 3 sets of these. So this is the Lando Calrissian as played by Donald Glover from the current Solo movie. And this was, it says smooth and sophisticated. And then this is the gold dice he had hanging from basically the rearview mirror of the Millennium Falcon. So this and a t-shirt came together, sold out instantly. Can't find anyone selling them. I looked all over the store 3 times for the matching shirt. Couldn't find it. So I'm definitely going to put these 2 things up together. And I don't even know what to ask because they sold out like that. And
how much did they sell them for when they sold out?
I don't know. I didn't find the price. I found the article about them. I didn't find the actual price. So I'll do a little more research.
Yeah.
But I thought this was super cool.
And so what is that? A lunchbox or just
no? It's basically a fanny pack.
A fanny pack, even better. Yeah, goes great with that hat.
All right, let me show you 3 more clothing things here, and I'll toss it back to you, and then we'll finish up, and we'll get out of here.
All right.
So, do you know who Traci Lords is?
No.
Come on.
Jason.
She was a porn star who every porn she made, she was underage, and they didn't know it. So as soon as they found out that she was underage, they had to destroy them all. And then she became a normal actress. She was in the movie Crybaby with Johnny Depp, directed by John Waters.
Mm-hmm.
So the movie Crybaby is important because it was this whole rockabilly movie. And this is from her clothing line. And this is for a larger lady. And it's got all the kind of graphics from the movie.
It's a shirt?
It's a
like swimsuit top.
So it's got like you shouldn't need a bra with it.
Okay.
So I did pay $20 for this, but I couldn't find it anywhere, and it still has her tags on it, new with tags.
Really? So she has a clothing line that is sold in stores or just online,
I think online. Made in the USA, Traci Lords, for couture for everybody.
Okay, that's cool.
Even my church going producer Debbie said, "I know who that is. She's a porn star."
Sorry, I tell you, I'm busy. I'm too busy for all this stuff.
And then the last 2 pieces of clothing I'm going to show I thought were super cool because, again, we're on top of winter and Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure which one's cooler. First, I have the Roots. Do you know who the Roots are? Have you ever seen The Tonight Show once in the last 5 years? No? Oh, my God.
She goes to bed at 8.
That's the band on The Tonight Show. They're a rap band called The Roots. So it's a Roots Christmas sweatshirt.
Someone will totally pick that up.
Do you know who Drake is?
Yes.
Oh, yay.
You know who Drake is.
So Drake is on a label called Republic Records, amongst a ton of other huge acts.
Okay.
I found a Republic Records not for sale to the public Christmas sweater.
That's cool.
The bummer is it's size small. That's the only bummer. But this was made just for like an office party for Republic Records. and you can never buy it. So I cannot wait to get this sucker up.
So how much are you going to sell that one for?
You know, I don't know, because again, there's no one selling any, and it's small, but at least 100.
Okay. So are you ready?
Oh, I see it coming. Yeah.
This is look how awesome this vintage lamp is.
Oh my God, I love that.
Goodness. Yeah, and look, folds down. This desk lamp, and it's this awesome. I'm sorry, my computer's now in the light of my window.
I was saying, we can tell the sun's changed.
I know. Just tilt it a little bit more, but very cool push buttons. It's, you know, the cord's still like wrapped up from the vendor and everything. It's really, really neat. I think I paid like $5 for it. It has a $9.99 sticker on it, but I think I got it half price. So I'm going to be listing that, I think, for around $65, which is really cool. But the mid-century look is really big back in that, you know, like even modern farmhouses has a lot of the modern mid-century look to it because of those clean lines and those in the chairs and stuff like that. So even if they have a modern farmhouse in furnished house, people will buy modern mid-century furnishings for their home. So very cool thing to look out for in the lamp sections. I pick a lot of lamps up too. I've sold a few lamps here and there just from that. But and then I also have these really cool mid-century ashtrays. I got one more that my assistant's going to be listing here in a second, but I got 3 blue ones. I paid a couple dollars each for these, and I'm going to list them for $50.
Are those the kind that are so heavy it can be used as a murder weapon in a movie?
Yes. Yeah, just in case. Then gets out of line. This sucker weighs 3 pounds. So, and you want to put that in your listing too, heavy. I noticed when I was looking up all those things, but just make sure, you know, they're like leaded, heavy stuff. Other mid-century things that I found. Oh, the barware. I get excited. I love barware. Yeah, and you'll actually probably think these are pretty cool, Jace. I found 6 yesterday, along with my dollar purse, of these awesome world map.
Oh yeah.
Glasses, and they are gold. I don't know if you can. Oh, there.
Yep. Yeah, there we go.
Gold rim. They're weighted rocks glasses. I found 6 of those. I'm going to list these for $75. I paid 75 cents each for them. So I do free shipping on my stuff, so that calculates into that. But so anyways, very, very cool glasses. I pick up a lot of barware. I sell a lot. I collect a lot of barware as well. And I always, when I do my listings, if they are a weighted glass, and you can kind of tell weighted because, see, it has that thing there. I always put however much they weigh. These glasses weigh 8 ounces each, almost. They're half a pound. So very cool.
So,
6 of those.
So throw the glass at them and then finish them off.
Finish them off with the ashtray. So that's my mid-century lot that I pulled for you. Oh, I do have a couple of other things just because we're on the winter season. I do have one other thing that I listed. I know they're in the bag, but these are vintage Christmas cards. They're unused. If you search vintage Christmas cards, I know Jenny was on here and probably talked a little bit about that. There's a lot of people that sell vintage Christmas cards, but I lotted these all together. They're all the same. There's over 40 of them. So somebody's going to really love those for Christmas, and it's time for us to start really getting ahead of the Christmas game and putting our Christmas stuff up. So I did list these yesterday. So we'll see how those do. And I listed them for $65. I got them for a couple.
What'd you pay?
$2 for the whole thing. So
if you break that down per card, you're doing better than my mother.
Per card. I don't know. I can't be better than your mother. She's pretty good. So there's my mid-century stuff.
All right, cool. Now here I said I got 3 things I need help with. So we got the elfin sweatshirt. Now this one, again, no one would buy it at the class, but I could definitely tell it was old for a couple of reasons. No markings at all. But this toy is so dangerous, you know it's not modern. All right, so let me show you. Let me show you.
Is that a bat in his hand or a stick?
Oh yeah, it's a bat.
Okay.
Oh, stay there, Sonny. All right, so you push the little button on his foot. So, hey, bring your little sister over here. Sit here. Wham! So what is this? What does this? Did it go to something? Has anyone ever played with this? Because that sure is dangerous. So his head is a little bobbly too.
I don't know.
But I don't know what to look up. I mean, kid with bat isn't really good enough. Yeah, don't poke an eye out, that's for sure.
And there's nothing on his feet. Who's he made by? No maker?
Nothing. The feet are just blank.
Mm.
Hey, nothing.
Interesting. He's cool.
You know?
So if you're watching this live, hi. Thanks for watching live. If you're watching this after the fact, hi. Do you know what this is? I would love for some help to figure out. Again, no one would buy it, but I'm like, well, the whole point of me teaching classes sometimes is to take a gamble. If you're all not going to take it, I'll take it.
That's cool.
All right. So real quick, I bought all these for $5. Paint my numbers. So we go from Moses to Jesus to Jesus to Jesus to, hey, big cats. So these will all do, although not framed, I'll definitely make a good amount of money on those, and they were done pretty well. I've always said keep your eyes peeled for songbooks. This is the piano parts for Frank Sinatra songs. I paid 99 cents minus 20%, and this book sells for like $75.
Really?
Yeah. And then, oh, two more things. You got something else to show, Summer? Okay, cool.
No, I don't. I'm good.
All right, cool. So I've sold this one before for good money. It's a stuffed dinosaur made by Applause. These were like early 90s. So I found him, or could be her, and him, her, and this dude for like $4 for all three of them. So these are going to go up for like $60 or so.
You're going to lot them together?
Yeah, I think they're a cool lot together. Anybody who wants to buy some cool dinosaurs for their kid, plush, I think this is a good little set together. And so hand me that, please, and then I'll end with these right here. Yeah. Okay, now I know what this is, kind of, and I know what it says, but here's what I'm stumped on, Summer. I can't find it anywhere. So this was in the sporting goods section, and right up here, it's embroidered Dinos with a little heart over the eye.
Oh.
And like screened on here, it says Dinos, the spirit of golf. So it's some kind of cool golf carrying thing, but when you look up Dinos and the spirit of golf or Dino's golf case, nothing comes up. Nothing. No. So that makes no sense to me because it seems like a pretty substantial thing. And it makes no sense that nothing comes up. I mean, here's
what's the zipper say?
Here's how substantial it is. The zipper says Dinos. Like they went all out making the sucker, but nothing comes up. So, I mean, I can list it as is, but I would like some knowledge first. You know?
With the hearts, did you put in women's golf and see what comes up?
I didn't put in women specifically. And they got a couple little golf accessories in the thing. So if there's any golfers, my other question is there a specific name for this type of little smaller, lighter carrying case? I don't know. I'm not a golfer, so.
I mean, how many clubs are you actually going to fit in that one thing? Exactly. So on an airplane maybe, or I don't know, maybe they shipped it in that.
Now, Heather says in the chat, don't you have a golf expert to ask? Well, sure. I'm sure in 51,500 members, we're going to have a golf expert. But I figured I'd start with here because I show it to you guys. I paid $7 for it because I thought it was not much of a gamble because it's.
Is it quilted too? It looks kind of quilted. I can't tell though.
No, it is not quilted.
Oh.
But it's in great shape, and I thought it was cool. Yeah, even my mom goes, that's cool.
That is cool.
Well, if mom gives the approval. All right. So last thing I'm going to share that we'll call today. Not everything has to be thrifted when you're out, especially traveling. Where do I like to go when I travel, Summer?
Tiki bars.
You got it. So we're sitting at Archipelago.
I got one right. Just one.
This is the new Tiki Bar in Washington, D.C. These mugs are $25, and they sell for $80 to $100. So I brought home 4. I
call it drinking for free. That's what I call that.
That's right.
When I sell my tiki mugs, I drink for free.
There was another tiki bar that just finished up. It was a pop-up. It was just there for the summer. So it was called Paula Tiki. It's in Washington, D.C. Do you know who this is?
Frankenstein.
Nope.
Who?
This is a modern real person.
Oh.
So think of
a tiki person.
Nope. I'm in DC at a political tiki bar.
Oh, Ronald Reagan. Turn it. Tell me.
Well, I'm gonna see if the chat can figure out who this is. Because you'll be able to get the next two a little easier, I'm sure.
Say you look like Frankenstein too.
Yeah. Nope. So again, political. So Stephen King's not political. I mean, he is, but think of political in DC. Nope, it does not look like Trump. No, definitely not Reagan. Nope.
Nixon.
Nope.
The closest guess so far is Trump.
Yeah, the closest guess is Trump. So someone tied to Trump.
Somebody close to Trump.
The mistake this bar made was they thought this person would be around a long time. Trump fired him a long time ago.
Mm.
So this is the Steve Bannon tiki mug. So if you remember Steve, he was one of Trump's advisors. He's got this big, fat, bloated head. And they made him a tiki mug. Unfortunately, Trump fired him, so no one really cares about the Steve Bannon mug. Now, you all said Trump. No, this would be the Trump tiki mug.
Oh, no.
And, of course, it has Russian writing on the back of it.
I never even looked at that.
Yeah. And it's got a little tattoo that says Mom and the Russian hammer and sickle. All right, look up 3 club bag. Okay, so.
Are you selling those or are you keeping those?
So I'm going to keep a set and sell a set. Now, what do you think this is?
Oh, my.
Yeah. So these all came, you could buy them separately, or you can buy the whole set. And here's the point I wanted to show about these. These are selling for around $100 each.
Wow.
And Bannon, because he's already a has-been, is only getting about $30. So people are selling the 3 set for $200. Well, why would you sell the 3 set for $200 if you can get 100 here and 100 here?
Right.
That's silly.
They're just throwing in that last one to get rid of it.
But if this one's worth money, and it is, sell the 3 set for $250.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
up it a little bit.
Yeah, people who are selling for $200 are just are letting money be left behind. That's for sure.
Right.
Yeah. So you know, anywhere you go, if there's a cool tiki bar that makes custom or has custom mugs, so I'll make like $400 profit off of the tiki mugs I brought back. Maybe
and you said they're 25 each.
So this 3 set, they were 25 each. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So so I'm going to sell 3 for $100 each.
I love that about tiki bars, especially that you can pick up their mugs and you can choose which one you want. And even like Frankie's, right? Like I can go in there with you and drink, and I get my tiki mug and I take it home and I sell it. And like I said, drink for free that whole time. It's good. Life is good.
Absolutely.
Who doesn't like free booze?
Not only did I'll be making money in the things I thrifted while in DC and NYC, sitting at a bar, I'll make a lot more money. So that's adding $400 to $500 of my bottom line. That's easy. So that paid for the drinks, that paid for dinner, that paid for all the cab rides, that paid for the train ride.
Right.
Paid for it all. So the trip becomes not so expensive at that point. And that's, I think, it, everybody. So the real thing is I'm trying to figure out what this went to. So if anyone knows.
Have you Google search batter up?
Wait a minute. If anyone knows, hit me up. See what I did there?
Get it?
All right. Well, everybody, thank you very much for tuning in for our little Friday afternoon thrift haul. And I will see you all around the thrifting board. And those of you in Minnesota, I'll see you next week.
Minnesota.
We're going to have a great time. All right. Thank you, Summer. And I'll see you soon.
Okay. Bye.
Bye, everybody.